Welcome to For the Record. I'm Naomi Coles. Please stick around to the end of the show today for a special announcement. But first, let's get straight into the news of an incredibly busy week in the state legislature. Topping our headlines today, Republicans have voted to fire Wisconsin's top election official, Meagan Wolfe, coming off 3 years of controversy where the nonpartisan official has been the target for reams of false accusations of fraud and mismanagement. This because of the lie among former President Donald Trump's supporters that the election was stolen. Wisconsin's Democratic Attorney General Josh Kaul is suing to keep Wolfe in her position. And today I am joined by the woman of the hour herself. Ms. Wolfe, welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
This is not the first time since 2020 that you have held your position, refused to step down amid pretty intense pressure to do so. Does that remain your position today?
It does. I think as election officials, it's so important, if not one of the most important things, is that we remain above the political fray. And we continue to see increased political pressure on us for people that, will not bend to political pressure to step down and to be replaced with people that maybe will. And I think that now more than ever, as election officials, we have to stand strong. We can't give in to attempts to bully us, to harass us, to manufacture concerns about us. I think we cannot give into that. I think that would set such a dangerous precedent. And so I'm really glad to have this opportunity to go to a court to get clarity, because I will not get that clarity as part of the political process. That just wouldn't be appropriate for somebody in my position.
What will you do if the legislature appoints an interim to your position?
That will be up to the commission and to the courts to decide. One of the things I also, want to make clear is that I serve at the will of my 6-member bipartisan commission. So the commission is made up of 6 Republicans and 6 Democrats. Each of them have been appointed by their respective legislative leadership. I implement their directives. I do not have a vote on the commission. If the commission would like to remove me as administrator at any time, they can hold a meeting for that purpose. And with 4 votes of the commission, they'd be able to remove me and replace me with somebody else. And so, I take that obviously very seriously. And I think that's an important part of the process, is that the commission does have that ability. And I would absolutely respect any decision that was made by my governing body, being my 6 bipartisan commissioners.
All of this controversy is coming just over a year now before the 2024 presidential election. What impact does this have as you gear up prepping for that?
It is unfortunate that we are dealing with this at this particular juncture because we are in such an important point in the election cycle. So the election officially kicks off on December 1st of 2023. That's when nomination papers for our spring elections can first begin to be circulated. And so right now is when the state and our local election officials have to make many important preparations, be it training, be it fortifying our cybersecurity systems. All of those things are happening right now. And so I think the quicker that we can get clarity on the situation and move ahead in whichever direction the court determines is really important. It's really important that that happen quickly so that we can all get back to the important work ahead.
You've been in a lot of national headlines at this point in your career at leading, Wisconsin's election agency, particularly this week, particularly in the last 24 hours. Are you receiving threats? And when I say threats, from the public, hate mail, what has the backlash been?
Yeah, I appreciate that question, but no, I have not been seeing that today. And, I'm hopeful that people will remain in a place where they can, of course, disagree with me, they cannot like me, they can have strong feelings about the process that is taking place, but that it doesn't rise to the level of a threat or even harassment. And so I hope that continues to be the case. I will say that we have fortified such strong partnerships and relationships with law enforcement locally, at the state, and at the federal level, that in the event that there is a situation we need to deal with, we will have the support that we need. That being said, I think that I'm hopeful that that will not be the case. And like I said, I actually think it's an important and healthy part of democracy, of working in government, that people be able to voice their concerns and express their opinions in a peaceful way.
How often in the last 3 years have you considered just giving in, stepping down, taking the pressure off of yourself?
I feel such a sense of responsibility, commitment to this position, and to making sure that we're able to continue to administer fair and accurate elections here in the state of Wisconsin. That is where my focus remains. I feel that very, very strongly that I will not give in to political pressure. I think that that sets such a dangerous precedent. If I were to say this is too much, that the politics have gotten too difficult, that people are claiming things that are false about me or false about the election system, and I'm going to allow that to drive a decision I make, or to make me step down. I think that would just be such a shame, and would set a really, really dangerous precedent. So my focus has been on my work, and my focus will remain on my work in supporting our incredible local election officials across the state of Wisconsin.
Always good to talk to you. Thank you so much for joining the show today.
Thanks so much for having me.